Hi and welcome to Katantra. After months and months of waiting, Tata has finally launched the extended range version of the Nexon EV, the Nexon EV MAX. In fact, it's more than that. Apart from the extended range, it has more performance and even on features, this car competes with cars that are a segment above, that is the Kona Electric and the ZS EV. Is it as good as those cars? Let's take a look at that. From the exterior, nothing much has been changed apart from new wheels which are aerodynamically efficient. There is no EV Max badging or anything. The only point of difference from the normal Nexon EV is the new Interstate Teal Blue shade. Actually, this color seems to be a mix of the teal blue you get with the Nexon EV and the new royal blue shade you get with the ICE Nexon. In this updated version, Tata could have introduced LED lamps for this EV Max version, but they haven't. That's actually a bit disappointing. At first glance, the interior of this car will feel very familiar to the normal Nexon EV. Until if you pay close attention to the changes. You get this new trim with the tri-arrow design in EV blue accents on the dashboard. I actually kinda like this one. The main changes are done to the center console. You get this new gear selector that displays whether you are in drive, neutral, reverse or park, and it also changes color as you go through the driving modes. And you get this beautiful knurling around the gear selector. Below that you have the switch that lets you adjust the level of regenerative braking, and beside that you have the electric park brake with the auto hold button. And you also have a wireless charger in the place of a cubby space with the shutter like you get on the normal Nexon and the EV version. And you also get new front ventilated seats that you don't get on the normal Nexon EV. This car comes with a new Macarona beige interior with leatherette seats. Tata has also added auto dimming IRVM. Tata has changed a few things in the rear seats, but they are not for the best. The rear seats are covered with the same leatherette seats that has the tri-arrow pattern on them, but they don't have the ventilation function that you get on the front seats. Kneeroom and headroom remains the same, which means that it is good for a sub 4-meter car. But because of the larger battery pack, Tata has raised the floor by 10 millimeters, so it sort of makes really tall people seem a bit squat. That would be uncomfortable for long trips. The most important thing about this EV Max is the bigger battery pack. This car gets a battery pack that is 33% larger than the normal Nexon EV, coming at 40.5 kilowatt hours. Tata says that this car has an ARAA certified range of 437 kilometers. In the real world, it should give about 360 to 370 kilometers of range. Because of this larger battery, the ground clearance has gone down from 205 to 190 millimeters. There is a new motor that turns out 143 horsepower with 250 Newton meters of torque that enables this car to go 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in under 9 seconds. Here are the stats how the Nexon EV Max goes up against its rivals. Because of its larger battery, this car gains over 100 kilos over the normal Nexon EV, 70% of which comes from the battery and the rest of the 30% is due to the enhanced equipment. To cope with the extra weight, Tata had to stiffen up this car's suspension. The stiffer suspension means that this car handles a bit sweeter than the normal Nexon EV, but it won't be as comfortable as that car in our roads, but it would still be decent, I guess. The car also rides about 10 millimeters higher than the standard Nexon EV, that makes the ingress and egress a bit harder. There are a few enhanced safety features as well. For instance, the battery is IP67 rated, which means that the battery can be immersed in 1 meter deep water for half an hour. The battery also gets 8 years or 1,60,000 kilometer warranty. You also get dual airbags with isofix anchorage in the rear seats. There are a few new safety features that you don't get with the Nexon EV, such as ESP with IV back, electronic parking brake with auto hold, all-wheel disc brakes, a tire pressure monitoring system, and hill descent control. To take into account that the ICE Nexon and the Nexon EV is a 5-star rated car by the global NCAP, I think that even the Nexon EV Max could be a 5-star rated car as well because of all these enhanced safety features. The Nexon EV Max will be offered in two trims, the XZ Plus and the XZ Plus Lux. The XZ Plus variant of this car with the 15 amp plug costs around 2 lakhs more than the top trim Nexon EV, coming at 17.7 lakhs. In fact, here are the prices of the Nexon EV Max. I feel that for the premium of 2 lakhs, the Nexon EV Max is the car to go for if you want an electric car in India. Because this car has enhanced driving range, you can do long distances and without any sweat. Since this car has a 50 kilowatt charging capability, you don't have to stay at the charging station for too long. Anyways, that's all for today. I hope you liked the video and thanks for watching.